2010, a 56-year-old Malibu stay-at-home dad entered Masterchef confidently, which annoyed some contestants, but impressed the judges.
I think there are a lot of one-trick ponies in there, and I don't want to be the only horse that gets kicked in the ass.
Some Masterchef fans believe Leslie Gilliams was the most controversial figure of Season 5.
I've never said anything to you, Elizabeth, never once. You want to get ugly? Let's get ugly. You don't know where the hell I've been.
From his very first audition, Leslie showed everyone exactly who he was and how he planned to play the game.
At the end of the day, if my children aren't eating at the table, I wasted all that food for nothing.
Now, the interesting part is that Leslie almost didn't make it to the main competition at all. He totally bombed his first audition. But like any determined competitor, he wasn't about to give up that easily. When he got his second chance, Leslie decided to go all out.
When you're hot, and I'm hot. I'm gonna make this happen.
He whipped up a stuffed chicken breast with mashed potatoes and carrots. The judges couldn't help but laugh at the gigantic portion size he served. Seriously, who needs a plate that big?
I don't think all of Malibu could eat this portion tonight.
But despite the supersized blunder, his chicken was perfectly cooked with crispy skin on top, showing excellent technique. That oversized dish earned him an apron and a ticket to the main competition. From day one in the MasterChef kitchen, Leslie established himself as someone who wasn't afraid to speak his mind. During the season's first mystery box challenge, drama unfolded when Chef Ramsay strolled over to Elizabeth's station and asked who was going to screw up that night.
Why Leslie?
Because he likes to flap his jaws and not cook so much.
Elizabeth sets off a chain of events that would define much of the season's tension. When Elizabeth made comments about him living in Malibu, suggesting he didn't work for what he had, Leslie unleashed his fury.
It's because I worked my ass off. You know what work is, okay? No, I got where I got because I worked.
The double standards were obvious. Plenty of moms stay home with kids and nobody bats an eye. But when a dad does it, suddenly it's controversial.
Obviously your wife works, and you don't.
Leslie's reaction was completely justified. He wasn't trying to start drama with anyone, but he wasn't going to let someone attack him for no reason either. When Chef Ramsay stepped in and told Leslie to act his age as the oldest contestant, Leslie showed remarkable maturity by immediately apologizing and backing down.
I've never even spoke to this girl, and they say all I do is talk. Because I talk to other people and I don't talk to them, they're jealous.
This moment revealed something important about Leslie's character. He could admit when he was wrong and show genuine remorse. People who can do that are truly secure in themselves, unlike some contestants who refuse to acknowledge their mistakes. Leslie survived an unprecedented 5 pressure tests during his MasterChef journey, something that would make lesser chefs run screaming.
Nobody in the history of MasterChef has ever survived 5 pressure tests.
And Leslie had the perfect comeback ready.
Well, you haven't met me yet.
The guy was in a league of his own. So much so that he could have the judges cracking up while still delivering exceptional food. During one memorable elimination challenge from episode 9, Joe warned Leslie not to get tanked while cooking, and Leslie's response to that became legendary.
What, are you kidding me? I'm 56, that's all I do.
But here's the thing about Leslie. Beneath all that swagger was genuine skill. While other contestants rolled their eyes at his antics, he was busy proving himself where it mattered most. On the plate.
I'm screaming to the heavens for joy. Pick me, pick me. If anybody deserves this, it's me, because I did everything right.
In a season already dripping with toxicity, Leslie understood something that many reality TV contestants miss. You can't just coast on skill alone. The camera loves personality, and Leslie had personality in spades. And while others played it safe, hoping their food would speak for itself, Leslie made sure everything about him was worth watching.
Where did he come up with these ideas?
I think I may have done this in another life.
You are definitely a donut. 10 minutes to go, good luck.
I'm a donut, love it.
However, Leslie's outspoken nature created plenty of conflicts with other contestants. The fact that Leslie and Aaron started as enemies and became friends gave many fans faith in humanity, showing that even the most heated rivalries could evolve into genuine respect.
Leslie, you need to stop yelling, okay? You're not helping our team at all right now.
You're wasting a lot of time.
No, I'm not.
His biggest rival was arguably Daniel, who seemed to have a personal vendetta against Leslie. Daniel barked at Leslie every chance he got, creating a mutual dislike that was impossible to ignore. Leslie, being a straight shooter who called things as he saw them, never backed down from these confrontations.
Nobody came into this with a preconceived notion that he was a He has proven that to us over time. Dude is a
Then there was Cutter, and oh boy, was that a collision of egos waiting to happen. Where Leslie was brash and outspoken, Cutter was stubborn and prideful, two forces that should never occupy the same kitchen. Leslie's absolute certainty that he was always right crashed headfirst into Cutter's equal conviction that he couldn't possibly be wrong.
Every team Leslie's been on, he's had an issue with somebody. He's a loser and he's a sad excuse of a man, so I just got to play his game and just get through it.
But Cutter crossed the line when he started mocking Leslie for being a stay-at-home dad.
Listen, you make all the faces you want. I'm making the steaks. She's going to be the final plater because she has the better idea.
During one team challenge, when Leslie and Francis L. were chosen as team captains after finishing in the top spots of the previous elimination test, Leslie tried to be more collaborative than usual. He asked for everyone's opinions rather than pulling his typical my way or the highway routine.
I don't want to take control of the situation. I want to hear everybody's opinion, and I want to just try and figure out what direction we want to go in.
Unfortunately, when Chef Ramsay asked about their menu, Leslie struggled to recite it correctly, stumbling over the details.
I mean, seriously? Can you have a meeting and get your together now?
Okay.
But his teammates weren't having it. They ignored his request for updates, leaving Leslie frustrated.
Everybody's walking away. Talk to me.
You're supposed to be telling us what to do. Why do we gotta talk to you?
That's when Daniel intervened, convincing the team to swap Leslie out for Francis B. as team captain. In his confessional, Leslie handled the demotion with surprising grace.
If it means me getting a demotion and not being team captain anymore, but at the end of the day, we win this, that's all I'm concerned about.
When the team inevitably lost, Leslie did something that would have been unthinkable earlier in the season. He apologized, even though the failure wasn't entirely his fault. It was a moment of maturity that showed real growth. Later, when Leslie was tasked with picking 3 contestants for the pressure test, he didn't waste a second. He chose Christian for acting like a know-it-all, Daniel for being great at passing blame, and Aaron because of their ongoing history.
They threw me under the bus, so I figured now it's my turn to return the favor.
Chef Ramsay threw a curveball by changing the elimination format, which was embarrassing for Leslie, but he handled it like a professional. During the actual pressure test, Jordan said that Leslie would likely go home.
If anyone's gonna go home, it's Leslie because it just looks boring and underwhelming.
When it was time to present his dish, Leslie delivered a perfectly cooked steak with ideal seasoning and acidity in his sauce. The only criticism was that his fries could have been crispier, but overall, he secured first place in the challenge. Throughout his journey, Leslie demonstrated that he was like the Joker. The more people hated him, the stronger he became. His resilience was remarkable, and his ability to bounce back from setbacks impressed even his harshest critics.
Let the bidding wars begin. They let all the animals out of the cage and everybody's vying for position.
The fact that Big Willie was the only one who believed in Leslie from the start showed that at least some contestants could see past his sharp edges and recognize his genuine talent. At first, Leslie became the easy target. Almost everyone wanted him gone, and his over-the-top reactions didn't exactly help his cause. But by the time the season wrapped up, the narrative had flipped.
At the beginning of this competition, you were like the appendix. Everybody wanted you out. Continue cooking dishes like this, and it's going to be hard to put you down.
Leslie, once painted as the villain, ended up being one of the most entertaining and oddly likable contestants.
What woman has 7 kids, let alone a dynamite husband like me?
His resilience, humor, and uncanny resemblance to Gordon Ramsay made him stand out in the best possible way. Someone the audience went from hating to secretly rooting for.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
What I always eat for breakfast, oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Keeps me regular.
One particularly revealing moment came during a challenge where Leslie and Stephanie were working together. With his sharp eye for detail, Leslie quickly spotted that Stephanie's chicken wasn't fully cooked and warned her about it, trying to prevent any mishaps.
It feels soft. It looks soft.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Despite Leslie's warning, Stephanie decided to stick with her cooking method and ignored his advice. Later, when Chef Ramsay discovered the undercooked chicken, it must have been satisfying for Leslie to know he'd been right all along. As the competition progressed, Leslie managed to chill out and started getting along better with everyone. He straightened things out with many contestants he'd had beef with, even Elizabeth. This showed growth and maturity that many viewers didn't expect from him.
Elizabeth and Leslie, she's actually spoon-feeding him. Have a little taste of this, darling.
No way.
I swear to God. No, it's like the Masterchef love boat out there, honestly.
When he made it to the final 3, Leslie had proven that his talent was legitimate. Unfortunately, pressure finally got to him during what would be his final elimination challenge. After dealing with competition stress for what felt like ages, he made a crucial mistake that ended his journey.
You put the salt in place of the sugar.
I may have, yes.
Mixing up salt and sugar was a basic error that was completely unlike Leslie. He was usually the champion who breezed through tough situations, so seeing him mess up something so fundamental was heartbreaking. Some have pointed out that it was unfair that Leslie was booted from the show for that blunder, when Courtney Leprezi, who went on to win MasterChef Season 5, made a similar mistake in the donut challenge by using salt instead of sugar. Regardless, though, Leslie accepted his elimination with grace and dignity.
You know what? I figured my luck kind of ran out after 6, and she just happened to knock me off my pedestal.
Chef Ramsay praised Leslie's resilience during his goodbye, calling him the most resilient contestant he'd ever met. That recognition from such a tough critic spoke volumes about Leslie's character and determination.
Anybody out there that ever tells me again that cooking is a young man's game, you've turned that around on its head.
But Leslie's MasterChef story didn't end with Season 5. He returned for the show's 100th episode celebration in Season 6, and later appeared as a guest judge in Season 10. These appearances proved the show valued his contributions to the franchise.
Make sure it is good. When it goes on that plate, you only get one shot. To impress, this is it.
Outside the MasterChef kitchen, Leslie's life was just as interesting as his on-screen persona. He was a successful hairdresser in Manhattan before becoming a stay-at-home dad in Malibu, when he married into a Hollywood family dynasty. Leslie married Paula Hart in 1994, making him the stepfather of Melissa Joan Hart, the actress who played Sabrina the Teenage Witch. His connection to show business runs deeper than just sharing a famous name. He has also worked in the industry, both before and after his MasterChef appearances. As well as appearing in the Sabrina TV series, he played the role of a tour guide in the Sabrina movie, which was set in Rome, as well as appearing in a couple of Christmas features alongside his stepdaughter over the next few years. Leslie has also worked as an executive producer on several projects, particularly Christmas movies. He produced Mistletoe in Montana, Once Upon a Main Street, Dear Christmas, Christmas Reservations, A Very Nutty Christmas, and a thriller called 9 Dead. His production work shows a completely different side of Leslie, the business-savvy entertainment executive who understands what audiences want to see. It's like he has a secret side hustle in show business that perfectly complements his culinary pursuits. When Leslie left MasterChef in 2014, fan opinions were pretty mixed, but just as contestants on the show who initially disliked Leslie eventually came around to respecting him, most agreed that his abrasive personality wasn't malicious. He was passionate about cooking and competition, and sometimes that came across as arrogance to people who didn't understand his drive. Sound familiar? His relationship with the judges, particularly his ability to make them laugh while still delivering excellent food, proved he understood the entertainment value of his personality. Leslie knew he was good television, and he leaned into that role while never compromising on his culinary standards. Negative public opinion wasn't the only issue he faced when he left the show. Just 2 months after the finale episode aired, Leslie and his sister, Marianne Morrison, got caught up in a legal situation with the Palm Beach Gardens police when Marianne had an incident at a local bar. After collapsing in the restrooms and hitting her head, she accidentally struck an EMT as they were trying to help her, leading to her arrest. While trying to get answers about what was happening to his sister, Leslie got himself into trouble. Both siblings were eventually let off without having to post bail, and the incident was later described as a simple misunderstanding by all involved. In November 2018, Leslie launched his own restaurant venture called Silver Fox Oysters. The business became known for its signature oyster sauce, bringing Leslie's distinctive touch to every dish served, and it was soon available for fans at home to sample. Leslie actively engaged audiences on social media, constantly posting mouth-watering pictures of his food creations and letting everyone peek into his kitchen adventures. More than 10 years on from his MasterChef appearance, Leslie continues to inspire food enthusiasts and share his love for cooking with others. As well as focusing on food and movie production, Leslie now also offers personalized videos for fans through Cameo.
If you're looking for that special greeting for a birthday, an anniversary, a bar mitzvah, a wedding, whatever, look me up.
He describes himself as a Season 5 MasterChef finalist and Silver Fox, who's willing to yell at your brother or cook with your mom. His social media presence shows he hasn't lost his sense of humor or his willingness to engage with people who either love or hate his MasterChef persona. Leslie's Instagram account has over 60,000 followers, proving that his fan base extends well beyond his MasterChef appearance. And that popularity has extended in one particular and unexpected direction, thanks to a single Vietnamese fan who dressed up as his favorite MasterChef contestant. Little did he know he was about to create a cultural phenomenon, inspiring anime artists and resulting in a visit from his idol himself. When Leslie allegedly mixed up the salt and sugar in his cake recipe, many viewers believed he was unfairly removed from the competition and should have gone on to win. Some pointed out that Courtney had actually made the same mistake, while others accused the show of being rigged. Leslie said his cake tasted fine to him, but to this day, he tells interviewers that he accepts the judge's decision and the final result.
The rules are of the MasterChef kitchen is the judges have the final say, and when they say it, that's it. You're done.
That reaction has led to Leslie being honored with the Vietnamese nickname Tan Liam, which means person with integrity and honesty. It also meant he was added to an exclusive group of entertainment figures who are misunderstood as villains, known as the Gilliams. A fan contacted Leslie to share a picture he had taken with a cosplay version of the chef and to ask him to visit Vietnam. The cosplayer quickly identified himself on Facebook, and Leslie responded that he was honored that he had been chosen. When he interacted with more fans on the subject, Leslie soon discovered his huge popularity in Vietnam and planned to visit. In July 2025, Leslie attended an event in Ho Chi Minh City and was welcomed with a delicious cake, topped with a salt shaker. Leslie and his wife embraced the food and culture of Vietnam, wearing traditional outfits as they took in the sights, and taking time out of their hectic schedule to browse the markets and sample the best of the local cuisine. As well as attending the Hobby Horizon 2025 Pop Cultural Festival, Leslie met groups of his fans who were all keen to sprinkle a little salt or sugar alongside him. We don't know for sure, but we're hoping he got to meet his cosplay superfan, who delivered a whole heap of new fans to his door. Leslie's also aware of a huge fan base in Karachi, Pakistan, and has suggested starting a GoFundMe to open a restaurant there. Stranger things have happened. Looking back at Leslie's MasterChef journey, his culinary talent combined with a strong and entertaining personality created countless memorable moments. Whether viewers loved him or hated him, Leslie proved that you don't have to win the competition to make a lasting impact and become part of the show's legacy.